here are the things that you need to know between voice account and non-voice or back office na account. Okay? Kasi marami sa atin yung nagtithink din talaga na mas madali yung back office kumpara sa voice. Okay? But to be honest, they have their own challenges. Both is mahirap talaga. If you just really know what and like pag na-experience mo na yung dalawa, like dun mo mararamdaman na, ay, same lang pala yung pagod. Pero tawag dito, to be honest lang, based sa experience ko sa back office, mas bet ko siya kasi mas gusto ko yung parang more on keyboard, more on data entry rather than talking. Kasi nahihingal ako kapag voice talaga. Buti na lang na nakayod ko yung 1 year sa telco. And that's a very good experience as well. And yun. So let's talk about voice versus back office. Okay, back office na medyong may pagka-blended na 80% more on cases like silent na work and 20% lang yung calls sa back office. Okay? So, okay, let's talk about the primary skill. So, sa voice account, ang primary skill talaga is speaking and verbal communication skills talaga. Okay? And then, meron ding, like written, kasi you also do documentation naman, like, after work call. Okay? Yeah, yeah. Next is back office and for non-voice. Ang primary skill niya is more on written, like sa digital na pag-construct ng emails, more on analytical skills din, critical thinking din. Both have critical thinking. Dapat mabilis kang mag-analyze ng data, ng situation, and stuff. Ganon. Like utak talaga. Okay? Pero sa call talaga yung super talaga utak kasi gagana talaga yung active listening mo, yung critical thinking sa pag-resolve ng problem ng customer, gano'n. And kung gaano kabilis ka makapag-isip ng resolution, gano'n. Without like minimal na dead air and minimal na tawag dito. Anong tawag dyan yung sa mga, yung basta mga gano'n, nakalimutan ko yung term. Okay, next is the customer interaction. So, sa voice talaga, super taas ng customer interaction kasi queuing talaga sa voice account. Sa back office naman is minimal lang yung customer interaction. Kagaya based sa experience ko ngayon, which is healthcare back office, nagko-call lang ako kapag meron akong kailangang information na kulang-kulang sa case ko. Okay? Kailangan kong, I need to talk to professionals like mga medical record staff, mga nurses, ganun. So, it really depends kung saan ka na segment. So, ganun kasi yung segment namin. Okay. And the next category is English usage. Okay. So, sa voice account, you need to really speak English everyday sa call. Bawal ka mag-Tagalog kapag naka-adlib ka man dyan ng Tagalog. Adliban mo talaga ng English kasi matinik yung QA pagdating sa Tagalog. Please be very conscious sa mga ka-teammates mo na nagtatagalog or nagmumura if ever nagtatagalog kayo sa prod. Kasi merong BPO companies na super strict na dapat pagpasok mo talaga sa prod is English policy only kahit yung mga TL is nag-English. Pero meron din namang like sa call ka lang mag-English pero after the call, pwede ka na mag-Tagalog, pwede ka na mag-Bisaya, pwede na kayo magmurahan dyan. Okay? Basta hindi lang siya maririnig sa call recording ng nagko-call nyo na co-agent. Okay? So, next sa back office naman, yung English usage is mostly through written form, like through documentation, through email, ganon, kung paano kayo mag-reply, ganon. And usually, copy-paste lang kami dyan. Meron kaming template, ganon, na provide ng TL namin or ng mga SMEs. And sometimes, ina-alter lang namin ng content para ma-personalize namin. Okay? Next category is, ano ba yung main task ng voice and non-voice? So, ang main task sa voice account is more on handling customer calls. Okay, live mo talagang makakausap yung customer. Okay, simultaneously, hindi siya yung parang recorded lang na nag-voicemail yung customer tapos mag-voicemail ka back, no? Like, live mo talaga siya makakausap. Audio call. Okay. Next is, ang main task naman sa back office is more on processing cases. We receive cases via fax, through email, through Excel. So, it really depends, like data, transactions, and many more. And high volume talaga yung cases talaga. Kung high volume yung calls or queuing sa voice account, queuing naman ng cases sa back office. Okay, so ang stress source ng voice and back office. So, stress source sa voice account is difficult siya for, kasi marami kang mai-encounter na irate na customers and mga plastic na customers na ang ganda-ganda ng call nyo, nagtatawanan pa kayo, magugulat ka na lang, detractor ka pala. Like magugulat ka, "Saan ba ako nagkamali?" Okey, like wherein siya naman yung kulang-kulang sa info, tinanong ko na lahat, siya lang yung walang, "Ewan ko na lang." Gano'n. Mapapatawa ka na lang. And yung stress source naman sa back office is high workload and strict deadlines and productivity. Okay, like sa'min na dapat yung productivity rate namin is 27 above, and if gusto namin incentives dapat pumaldo kami ng mga 31 plus, gano'n. And dapat meron kaming cases na 200 cases per day, pero kapag hindi mo na talaga kaya, it's okay, bawiin mo. So yun nga, if ever hindi mo ma-hit yung 200 cases per day sa back office, that's based on our account, is okay lang 'yan, tao ka lang. Babawiin mo na lang sa next day or the following days ahead. Okay, next is yung multitasking level. So, ang multitasking level sa voice account is high because you talk while navigating to systems and taking down notes. While sa multitasking level naman sa back office is moderate lang kasi you just do researching and process tasks, unless if yung multitasking level mo sa back office is nakikipagchikahan ka while processing the cases na hindi ka nagkakamali. 'Di ba? So, yun. Next is yung key metrics sa voice account. I've explained it sa other videos ko. Is sa voice account, mayroong AHT, mayroong CSAT, QA, and response rate. That's based on my experience sa telco account sa previous company ko. And yung key metrics naman sa, tawag dito, sa back office is productivity. Okay, that's number one talaga sa amin. QA, and then yung accuracy ng pinaglalagay mo doon. Okay, sa system nyo. Kasi bawal, uy, prevent error talaga. Okay? And next is yung biggest challenge. Yung biggest challenge sa voice account is thinking and responding in real time. Kasi minsan naloloading tayo kung ano pa talaga yung ano pa ibig niyang sabihin. Naguguluhan na ako, tinanong ko na lahat. Pero parang merong kulang nga info. Ano pa itong customer to? Basta ganun. Dapat mabilis ka mag-isip. Yung patience mo din. Matetest talaga, lalo na kapag irate yung customer. And yung biggest challenge naman sa back office is maintaining accuracy and attention and keen to details. Okay? And please very careful din sa documentation. Okay? Sa communication type naman sa voice account, of course, it's verbal, while sa back office is more on written or digital form. Okay? And voice account is best for people who enjoy talking and building rapport to people, okay, in real time, like via audio call. While sa ang back office naman is best for people who prefer behind the scenes work and detailed task.